Pinky Lou, me pants them not tight up on me like a you. Cause, you know, the other day my wife used to go to Citywide Laundromat and she changed and go to one of them bigger laundromat. But now she gone back at Citywide Laundromat, located at 277 East 3rd Street in Mount Vernon. I mean, I tell the people, the pants them start fit. Yeah! You want now? Pinky Lou, my pants them not tight up on me like a you. Yes, my pants them start to fit, them start to have shape, my clothes them start look good. Since you start to go back to Citywide Laundromat, located at 277 East 3rd Street in Mount Vernon. And you can call them right now. Their telephone number is 914-663-1738. 1738.
Quicklink Home Repair is available for all your home repair needs. We specialize in sheetrocking, roofing, tiling, plumbing, and even building new homes. We are fully licensed and fully insured for Westchester and all of New York State. We also have licensed electricians and plumbers. Do you own land? We offer financing services to build your new home. Before you call anyone else, stop and think and give us a call at Quicklink.
Their telephone number is 914-338-6417. 914-338-6417. Give them a call. 914-338-6417.
So now you know, for a construction company, you don't have to think. With Quicklink Construction, you're fully linked.
At Universal Document Solution Inc., we are the best in resolving your passport, birth certificate, and driver's license needs. But that's not all we have to offer. Our services also include marriage certificates, late entry of name, late registration, deed poll, preparing immigration forms, notary public services, and other specialized documents designed to meet your needs. UDS is at 4225 Monticello Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10466. Our friendly and courteous staff is ready and waiting. So pick up the phone. Don't delay. Call us at 914-384-4903 or 914-361-9466. Also visit our website at www.udssolution.com or email expow473@gmail.com. Universal Document Solution Inc. No hassle. We do it all for you.
Hungry? Come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Near Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Well, it is Thursday. Thursday. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, everybody, good evening to you. I am Lady D. Denise Gomez, your producer and presenter of Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. I'd like to say welcome to another edition of Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Thank you for joining me. Today's program is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Narita Avenue in the Bronx, and Universal Document Solution Inc., 4225 Monticello Avenue, also in the Bronx. It is broadcast on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM. YouTube Inside the Zone with Lady D. Spice International Gospel Network, that is Sign FM 88.9. Touch FM Radio 90.1. And Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. Oh. It has been raining cats and dogs. But I'm good. How are you? In this evening's program, we start off with Inspirational Zone. We get our praise on with entertaining gospel music. New Zone, a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Music Zone, it's Gospel Music Thursday. Fast Facts, this evening's feature, the Kalash people. Who are they? What do they do? At 7 p.m. Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. From the subject line, I did not kiss his wife. I got an email. And we wrap up this evening with Artist Zone. My featured artist, Ryan Testify Davis, live from Jamaica. And not Jamaica, Queens. Jamaica. Don't forget my hashtags. ITZ Center Stage, host Lady D, ITZ Radio, Entertainment, Music, Radio, Jamaican Lady D. Email me insidethezone@gmail.com. On Facebook, Lady D Denise Gomez. And on YouTube, on Facebook rather, Inside the Zone with Lady D. And on Instagram, Lady D Denise Gomez. I got a great show lined up for you until what time? 8 o'clock. Linkage Radio is your budding and buzzing station 24/7, 365 days for the year, and that's how I bring it down. Welcome, everyone. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. It's a beautiful Thursday. Rain or shine, we are good. Welcome to my YouTube family on Inside the Zone with Lady D. It's a good day. Hey, to Mr. Hines. Saw Mr. Hines this morning. We were both at the Northeast Bronx YMCA ribbon cutting ceremony. Did you know that we have a YMCA? I have been passing by there every now and again to see the progress, and it's almost. They do have some things to put in place, but pretty much you can go to the gym. That's what I'm saying. Welcome. It is Thursday, September 9. Are you ready to get your praise on? I am. Let's go.
When the road is long and heavy, when it's dark and I can't see clearly, I will live place I never seen before. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. My brother Romain. When the road is long and heavy, when it's dark and I can't see clearly, I will lift mine eyes to thy ears from whence my help cometh. My help it comes from you. Lead me, oh, lead me, oh, lead me where I've never been before, a place I never seen before. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. I know my help comes from the Lord, one who made heaven and earth. You're mighty, yes, you're stronger than any other. One thing that I desire of you, that I may dwell here with you forever and ever. I'm chasing no other. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. I know. When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Father, carry me.
Well, what can I say? What can I say? That's my inspirational zone, of course. I tell you something. I just love good gospel music. Don't you? I tell you, lead me on, lead me. Father, carry me. Good evening to my good party. I miss him. Chris Wilby, he says he's here. Hey, Chris Wilby, thank you for being here with me this evening. How do you do? I hope you're good. Our telephone number 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. This is Inside the Zone. It's center stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And yes, another evening I'm sporting my head wrap. I do them in so many different styles. You got to come check me out and see. Log on to Inside the Zone with Lady D on the YouTube channel, and you'll see me there. You'll see what I'm up to, that I'm up to stuff. I'm up to stuff, Lord. I must see. Okay. Lady D, you're up to stuff. So good evening, everyone. Welcome. It's Good Thursday. It's now time for me to take you to News Zone, a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 8. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says Jamaica intends to deepen relations with the African continent by tapping into several available opportunities.
There are indeed real prospects for exchanges in sports, culture, education, tourism, and commerce between our regions to improve economic benefits and enhance people-to-people connections. This would narrow the geospatial and psychological separation, reclaim our historical connections, and celebrate ourselves as members of the African diaspora.
Mr. Holness was addressing the inaugural Africa CARICOM virtual summit on Tuesday. The meeting was held under the theme Unity Across Continents and Oceans, Opportunities for Developing Integration. The Prime Minister says the historic conference was a fulfillment of the dream of Pan-Africanists such as national hero Marcus Garvey. As such, he says a unified effort must be made to unleash the full potential of the African continent and diaspora in the CARICOM region. The National Water Commission, NWC, says work is well advanced to complete 2 major wastewater treatment plants in St. Catherine in short order. Phase 1 of the rehabilitation and upgrading project being carried out in Greater Portmore is on schedule for completion this month. It is being done at a cost of $670 million. President of the NWC, Mark Barnett, says the improved facility will increase revenue as new customers come on board.
Reduce environmental footprint, operational improvement for sure, and of course, provide better service and improve our public image amongst the people within Greater Portmore.
The scope of work includes upgrading the pumping station, rehabilitating the ponds, and constructing new reed beds. Meanwhile, work on the plant in Eltham Park is expected to be completed in November 2021.
We have embarked on another $500 million budget to improve that facility and ensure that the treatment effluent meets the regulation. Again, that work is about 2 months to complete, and we expect on completion we would meet all the regulatory requirements.
Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Floyd Green says government is prioritizing Jamaica's food systems to ensure food security.
We are serious at the ministry that we reshape our food systems to make them more sustainable, more equitable, more inclusive, especially for our youth and women, more resilient against environmental challenges, more efficient in developing value chains, which can maximize the returns to our rural families and truly transform rural communities.
Minister Green was addressing Tuesday's opening ceremony for the virtual workshop on catalyzing the sustainable and inclusive transformation of food systems in Jamaica. The island is currently carrying out an assessment of its food system, which started in mid-July 2021. It's being done through a collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, the European Union, and the French Agriculture Research Center for Development. The agro-investment corporation AgroInvest is seeking interested persons to take up more than 1,000 acres of land at Tollgate in Clarendon. The lands have been reserved for a mango agro park. Marketing and Communications Manager at AgroInvest, Alicia Brown Forbes, says so far there have been 16 solid applications and more investors are being sought.
What persons can lease is 50 acre plus. That's what we're offering. And if we see where persons are financially capable to manage more than 50 acres, then they can get more than 50 acres to lease. This is a development department that will offer business planning and business counseling services. We're offering technical support and advice, local and international food safety certification. There will be access to approved hot water treatment facilities to manage the risk of food flies, because the food flies are subject to mango exploitation.
Suitable locations for commercial mango production in Jamaica are in the parishes of St. Catherine, St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, and St. Thomas. Interested persons may visit agroinvest.gov.jm or call 876-923-0086. And finally, Jamaica's Country Pavilion at World Expo 2020 Dubai has been named one of the coolest out of 191 participating countries. The designation was given by ITP Media Group's subsidiary Time Out Dubai, which highlighted 13 standout pavilions. During a recent interview with JIS News, Commissioner General of Section Jamaica Pavilion, S.E. Gardner, says this recognition is impressive as this is Jamaica's first time participating in the expo with its own pavilion.
I'm very thrilled that Jamaica was selected in this and presented in this article. We have been trying to make sure that even though Jamaica is a small island state, so to speak, that our voice is heard loud and clear across the world. The genesis of the pavilion is that Jamaica moves the world and connects the world.
World Expo provides an international stage for countries to engage in cultural diplomacy, interact with the host country, other participants, potential tourists, trade partners, and investors. The event, which was scheduled for October 20, 2020 to April 10, 2021, has been postponed to October 1, 2021 to March 31, 2022. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service, brought to you by Universal Document Solution, Inc. We resolve all your birth certificate, driver's license, and passport needs. 4225 Monticello Avenue, that's where you will find us. Call 914-361-9466 or 914-384-4903. Contact Mr. Xdal Powell. He'll be too happy to help you because your birth certificate got messed up. Not to mention your marriage certificate, you did something wrong. Your marriage officer didn't realize it. And then you're like, what is that? I need to fix this. Call him 914-361-9466, 914-384-4903. What's my name? Denise Lady D Gomez. Let me hop on over and say hello to Angie. Angie from Divine Connection, as well as guess who was in the room first and foremost? Ryan. Hey, Ryan, welcome. And of course, Chris Wilby. And there are other people I don't see, so you're there, but I can't see you. Good evening to you. You have to click on the link, come in the room, type something, and I'll be able to give you your shout out. What time is it? 6:35 p.m. Time signal brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Have you stopped by lately? It's Thursday. The Jerk Center is on. Stop on over by the Jerk Center and say, guess what I heard Lady D talking about your Jerk Center. Sell me. And you tell them what you want. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. But you go order up, okay? Or give them a call ahead of time, 718-324. 718-324 0404. I'm so sorry, I lost my train of thought. So good evening, everyone. What time is it? It is 6:36 and I'm ready for some more music. Did I tell you it's my Gospel Music Thursday? It is the second Thursday in the month of September. Are you celebrating your birthday today? Happy birthday to you. It's your wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary. A baby was born somewhere in the world today. We say life, 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 life. How about that? And if you're mourning, you lost a loved one, a friend, we are here for you. Condolences go out to you and your family and your friends, okay? I'm there for you. Let's get some music underway. I love it, I love it. Gospel Music Thursday. I have seen his growth. The voice of Eddie Neblett. Again and again.
As a messenger bearing the truth, I will always proclaim. Again and again. See John the Baptist, don't tell them repent. Me come to tell them the same. Again and again. And if you not take heed to the warning, you have no one else to blame. Again and again. Hellfire is real. Me want you escape the flame. Me go sudden. So why wait until calamity, pain and agony? Then you go run, come on. Me say feel like go the profanity and idolatry. Now no bother wait till morning. Just come just as you are. answer the call. No sacrifices at all. Cause Jesus Christ, him don't take the fall. Again and again. Well, as a messenger bearing the truth, I will always proclaim. Again and again. See John the Baptist, don't tell them repent, become fit, tell them this again and again. And if you not take heed to the warning, you have no one else to blame. Again and again. Hellfire is real. Me want you escape the flame. Have to win soul, seeking them like a hunter. Cause right now the people need an encounter. Gospel turn up, me rev it up like a tundra. Promoting truth, Yahweh is the answer. Me go saw them, shout it loud and clear. Because me don't know faith comes when you hear the word. Yo, the time will draw near and near. About time you prepare again and again. Well, as a messenger bearing the truth, I will always proclaim again and again. See John the Baptist, don't tell them repent, become fit, tell them yes sir. Again and again. And if you not take heed to the warning, you'll have no one else to blame. Again and again. Well, hellfire is come real. To tell the world you escape the flame. Oh, it is a warning. Hope you are hearing. Hear what I say. This is a warning. What you believe in, just prepare you the way. There is a voice crying out in the wilderness, seeing time to come home. Yeah. Time is a luxury, we don't have that time. Well, what you know? Sin rule the earth, that's already confirmed. Just look around, there is nowhere else to turn. The gospel fi preach 24/7. So now I hear the truth, then the skin not go burn. Me go sudden, me just can't keep calm. Cause when me look on the bad things I go on. So where they just admonish the flock, stand firm on the rock. Let Christ shelter you from the storm. Again and again. Well, as a messenger bearing the truth, I will always proclaim. Again and again. See John the Baptist, don't tell them repent, become fit, tell them the same. Again and again. And if you not take heed to the way, come on, to blame. Again and again. Hellfire is real. Hey. Oh, yeah. Shout it out again, again and again. I want to
Yeah. That's Eddie Neblett for you again and again. That's what I'm saying. Not only does it have that kind of rhythm, but the lyrics you're listening. I heard the part about hellfire. I have no plans to go there. Hello, everyone. Good evening to you. Center stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. 6:41 p.m. right here on the Linkage Radio clock. If it's not 6:41, you need to check it out and roll back, roll back, roll back. Welcome to the show. Of course, you are also viewing me on the YouTube channel. Want to say hi to you. And it has been a good day so far. Rain or shine, I try to be here and on time to keep your company on a Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Wherever you are, good evening to you. Don't forget at 7 o'clock, we will be getting into Mail Zone. Your priority, your emails rather, are my priority. What's the subject line this evening? I did not kiss his wife. We ought to be talking about the letter that I got. Very sad. So, good evening to you, and you, wherever you are. Right now, I'm taking you to, what is it called again? It is called Fast Facts. Interesting cultures around the world with unique traditions. This evening's feature the Kalash people. Have you ever heard about the Kalash people? Well, let me bring you in the know. How about that? The Kalash, one of the most interesting cultures around the world, is a unique people hailing from 3 small valleys in the mountains of western Pakistan. Bumburay, Rumbor, and Birir make up the Kalash valleys. Located in northern Pakhtunkhwa province, the valleys lead to mountains bordering Afghanistan. The Kalash people are unique in multiple ways. Some researchers believe they are descendants of the armies of Alexander the Great. Some of his men stayed behind on the Indian subcontinent after his campaign through the region. Although this is a common claim in Pakistan and India, the Kalash are the only people whose genes show an injection of European DNA around the time of Alexander's campaign. Who knows these things? Verity of the claim aside, there's no denying the Kalash people look nothing like their neighbors. Many men and women have fair skin and light eyes, a coloring uncommon in South Asia. The Kalash people also have their own religion and culture. Although Pakistan is a Muslim majority country, the Kalash are animists. Kalash culture is believed to be linked to ancient Hinduism. The Kalash people make and consume their own alcohol. Women wear brightly colored dresses and headpieces with embroidery unique to the Kalash people. The epitome of Kalash culture can be witnessed during one of 3 big Kalash festivals. At each festival, people dress up, drink, and dance while praying for a successful harvest, protection for their animals, etc. Though I recommend you visit the Kalash valleys, if you ever make your way to Pakistan, please be mindful of their traditions and culture and treat them with the respect they deserve. You heard it right here on Inside the Zone. Center stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Fast facts, Kalash people. That's what I'm talking about. What time is it? 6:44 p.m. It's a good day. I'd just like to quickly switch over to a headline that I'd just like to make mention of because I thought it's such a devastating thing to have happened. Here in Uwaton, family stunned as senior citizen's body found with her throat cut. It's not the best headline to read, but I saw it and I said, I am not sure if you heard of it, so I'd like to share it with you. Detectives are said to be following strong leads into the murder of a senior citizen who was found with her throat slashed yesterday at her home in Cotton Peace District, Uwaton, St. Catherine. She is 75-year-old Anita Brown, who has a grocery shop at her home and is also a farmer. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, said reports are that at about 10:30 a.m., a friend found Brown's body and summoned the police. When the lawmen arrived, Brown was seen lying on the floor with her throat slashed. She was last seen alive about 5 p.m. on Sunday, September 5. A ratchet knife, which is believed to be the murder weapon, was found at the home, which did not appear ransacked and did not have any sign of forced entry. Brown lived alone, but only for a few days leading up to her death. She died less than a year after one of her 5 children succumbed to an ailment. One of the 2 surviving sons, Glenroy Brown, told the Beacon that he last saw his mother last week Friday when he took her to get her first dose of vaccine against the novel coronavirus COVID-19. Quote, I took her to get her first shot of the vaccine and I called her Saturday and Sunday and everything was okay. My mother don't have no issue with anyone, so it is really heart-wrenching to know this is what happened, unquote, he said. Quote, we are not taking it lightly because, especially for me, it is a hard 2 days and sleepless nights. The entire family is up in arms because my mother is a well-loved person in the community and everybody knows her, unquote. Mr. Brown further stated that his mom was an independent woman who also loved to help people and to host Christmas treats in the community. Quote, for the past 30 years or so, she has been operating a small shop on the premises. She basically used that to occupy her time. Along with some farming, her children would supplement the rest of the income. But she had been independent. She's 75, but you would never know that because she's still rearing chickens, still planting yam. She's a very active person. She loved to cook. In her younger days, she used to bake. The murder of the senior citizen comes days after another
Oakley Atkinson Price was murdered in similar fashion at Fort George District in St. Anne, not far from Kellett's in Clarendon. I had to share that with you because I wondered to myself if they saw no forced entry, nothing fishy, as we would say. Is it someone that she knows? Perhaps she asked, who knows, for something and she didn't have it, and then they left the ratchet knife. So what is that? I tell you, when you read some of these things, they tear you up, really, really tear you up. And may, her family, as they are mourning, may they just be calm in the midst of it all, because it's not easy. But that's a very, very horrible thing to have happened. And I noticed in recent times that they have been preying on our senior citizens. Why? After they have lived their lives and given back to their communities, this is what happens. That's just downright wrong. 6:49 p.m. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. I do have more music for you. Stay with me. Gospel Music Thursday.
I want to welcome you back to life. Back to the one that can make your next chapter your best chapter. Hallelujah.
How can it be that you love the most unlovable part of me? Of me? How could you see your life was the only gift I'll ever need to be free? It's amazing with you. I win even if I lose. Everything's working for my good for always.
Come on.
He saves the day. He will come through. You all know that's not what superheroes do.
Hallelujah.
No greater love makes my heart beat. All I wanna do is make you proud of me.
That's why
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
let's go.
How can it be? Every one of my secrets that you keep,
You cover me.
you cover me.
I appreciate it.
A mystery.
It's amazing how
Your patience with me, God will never leave.
you don't give up on me.
Don't ever leave.
Help me.
Help me to see like you. No matter what I go through,
Hey.
everything's working for my good for always.
Let me tell you what he does.
He saves the day.
And he will.
Come through.
Hallelujah.
You all know that's not what superheroes do.
Not real superheroes.
No greater love
A love like this.
makes my heart beat.
And I promise you,
All I wanna do is make you proud of me.
that's why.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Yes.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
I searched all over.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
That's right.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Yes. And the church sang, come on. Jesus loving you.
Will be the death of me.
It sounds crazy, don't it? Hey,
That's how it's supposed to be.
let me tell you what it means.
More and less of me.
That's why.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Father.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
I really mean it this time.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Jesus.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Let me tell you what he does.
He saves the day.
Come on.
He will come through.
He will let you down, but
You all know that's not what superheroes do.
see, I will never find
No greater love
a love like this.
makes my heart beat.
Forever and the day.
All I wanna do is make you proud.
Let me say it again.
He saves the day. He will come through.
It feels so
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You know, I had to drop a Kirk in there. Always loved him. Hello, everyone. Good evening. 6:53 p.m. Inside the Zone right here on Linkage Radio, 104.5, 101.7 FM. Good evening to my connecting partners, as we call them. Touch FM Radio 90.1. Also, signradio.net, CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. Good evening to you. How are you, everyone? You're in the Bronx? Where are you? You're in Brooklyn? Where are you? You are right here in Mount Vernon. All my seniors, hello, good evening. My young adults, my youth, my toddlers, everybody, good evening, wherever you are. Hello, hello, hello. Reminding you at 7 o'clock in a few minutes, I do have my mail zone. Your emails are my priority. The subject line this evening, I did not kiss his wife. So I'm looking forward to having you have that discussion once I read the letter that was sent to me. Don't forget, if you'd like to air something, you know, whether it's personal or something you know of, you can email me insidethezone@gmail.com. insidethezone@gmail.com. Okay, let me see the emails popping in. I do have a few, and I've had to be reading them and saying to myself, you know, trying to analyze, is this going to spark any kind of conversation? Is this something that's engaging? What are my audience interested in? You know, because I know all of you by now. I've been here a very long time. So at 5 minutes to 7, I kind of say I have it down pat. I know you. So good evening, everyone. Oh, also, don't forget my show is brought to you courtesy of...
At Universal Document Solution Inc., we are the best in resolving your passport, birth certificate, and driver's license needs. But that's not all we have to offer. Our services also include marriage certificates, late entry of name, late registration, deed poll, preparing immigration forms, notary public services, and other specialized documents designed to meet your needs. UDS is at 4225 Monticello Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10466. Our friendly and courteous staff is ready and waiting. So pick up the phone. Don't delay. Call us at 914-384-4903 or 914-361-9466. Also visit our website at www.udssolution.com or email expow473@gmail.com. Universal Document Solution Inc. No hassle. We do it all for you.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
What would I do without my sponsors? Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. At 7:30 p.m., I will be going live with my featured artist in Artist Zone. His name is Ryan Davis, a.k.a. Testify. Yes. And when I air his songs, you'll definitely say, oh, it's him. Yes, he's one of those live wires, very fiery and hot and things. So it should be a very interesting conversation with Ryan calling me directly out of Jamaica this evening. So I'm so happy that I got him. And of course, when you're in a network, you need to work your network, So if we're just catching up, but you have to work. The people ask you for favors, you ask them in return, and you let them connect you. That's how it works. Yeah. 3 minutes to 7 o'clock. Hello, everyone. Welcome. And I know that you are all geared up and ready for, what did I call it again? Yes, Mail Zone. It's interesting, the letter that I got. I'm not lying. Things can happen. Seeing isn't always believing. And so I will allow you to, think about it after I have read the letter, and you can call me and let's try and help this gentleman who sent me a note, because he is so distressed, I'm telling you, and you'll hear why. I don't like to give it out too early. Somehow I like to hold it back, keep you in suspense a little bit, I don't know if it's working, but I'm looking forward to seeing you call me. So I got 2 minutes to go. And also, what else do I need to update you on? Just to mention that this morning there was the YMCA Greater New York, the Northeast Bronx YMCA ribbon cutting ceremony. So we officially have a beautiful structure in the Bronx on 229th Street called our YMCA. I'm telling you, they even played that track this morning after the ribbon was cut. And it was really nice ceremony, and a lot of emotions and stuff, even tears. But when you put your heart into a project and it really has materialized, it's come to fruition, you look back and say, oh my God, the many meetings we've had and what people thought and all kinds of stuff, and you thought it wouldn't happen. And when you see it really happen, it's an emotional moment. So a little tears went on there this morning. And Mayor de Blasio was there as well. Darcel Clark was there. Ruben Diaz, Councilmember Kevin Raleigh from the 12th District of the Bronx. Carl Hasty, he was all teary-eyed because it's his baby. And yes, it was a nice event, and I plan to go there, go get something done. Okay? Do something. We have a why. If you say you have no recreation and all kind of stuff, now you have something to do. And those of you in Mount Vernon can drive on over. How about that? 7 o'clock. Set your watches and your clock. What time is it? It's now time for the hot segment, Mail Zone. Yes, Mail Zone is right here. And this is how I kick it off for you.
Always brand new. Right from the jump, we had a hunch that we had everything. Perfect combination. Love plus you and me. A perfect combination. We couldn't ask for any better. Perfect combination. Share a feeling that's so rare, so sweet, just knowing that we are a special pair.
Perfect combination indeed. Stacey Latisaw and Johnny Gill. You feel like you could just keep singing, don't it? I'll just keep it in the background for you. 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. This evening I have a letter here that I got in my email, inside of the zone nyc@gmail.com. And it reads, Dear Lady D, since you started Mail Zone, I have listened and I find it very informative and interactive. So now I have taken the opportunity to write you because I want my story to be heard. A good friend of mine, let's call him Tom, and I usually hang out on a Friday evening with other friends for a drink. A few weeks ago, I drove to his home to park my car and drive with him to hang out to our hangout spot. When I drove into his driveway, he rushed out of the house and said that something important had come up and that he would be late. I told him I would meet him there. As I was about to drive off, his wife, let's call her Monica, walked out to the driveway and suggested that I stay with her until he returned. Lady D, this did not seem unusual because I met her and Tom several years prior, and we practically do everything together. In fact, we worked for the same company for years. I decided to stay for a while until Tom returned. I reminded her that he would be expecting to see me at the hangout spot. When I entered the house, she was preparing dinner. I offered to help, but she refused. Cooking was her favorite pastime, and so I waited in the living room. About an hour passed, and still Tom did not return, so I decided to leave. She packed a few Tupperwares for the crew and sent me on my way. As we were packing the bags in the trunk of the car, our heads bumped into each other. Our first instincts were to ask each other if we were okay. In doing so, I lifted her hair from her forehead as a concerned gesture. But, Lady D, this is where everything went awry. As I was looking at her forehead, her neighbor and friend standing in her driveway saw us, and I knew right away that something bad was about to happen. She spun on her heel and went inside her house. I told Monica what I saw, but she brushed my concern aside. Still feeling uncomfortable, I left for the hangout spot. When I got there, Tom had not yet arrived. I handed out the meals and we settled down to eat. Shortly after, Tom came in yelling and swearing, knocking over tables and chairs, and lunged towards me. Right there and then, I knew that miserable woman had told her misguided tale, and my friend was about to kill me. The other guys jumped in and tried to separate us, but Tom was so angry, he kept cursing and asking me how could I do it. I could not get a word in to defend myself. Long story short, Lady D, Monica and I have been trying to explain to Tom what happened, but he still does not believe us. He claims his neighbor is no fool and is sure she saw us too close not to have been bidding each other farewell with a loving gesture. We honestly have done nothing wrong. I would never betray my friend. I miss my pal, Lady D. He's not speaking to me. What do you think I should do? There you have it. Now, what are your thoughts? You have neighbors who they're friendly and so on, and they look out for each other. You have the very nosy ones, who get into people's business. And seeing isn't always believing. And the gentleman says that he didn't do anything. He and the wife were not into nothing. They simply had a little bounce in the forehead kind of thing. And now this woman next door has seen, and clearly he had gotten back to the house. And so she come and tell the tale. Now, how you think that should be handled? Should she have done that even if she assumed it to be something? How should that have been, delivered? The delivery, I think, was bad, maybe quite convincingly. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Is there something that you and I don't know? Call me, 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. What do you think? Let me take my thing from the top. And don't forget, at 7:30, I have an interview. If you're calling, call me now.
Two hearts together, we're a harmony so right. Two sparks united, we're a fire burning bright.
All right, let me take a call. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Not bad at all, but that neighbor should learn the abbreviation MYOB.
Mind your own business.
That's right. I wonder I wonder why she didn't learn that abbreviation a long time ago from elementary school.
You know, sometimes people, when they have friendships, they take their friends' business as their own. So in this case, the mind your own business did not work for her.
Well, she's a disaster, it seems.
And now,
Disaster.
yes, and now she has put a rift between husband and wife over, because the gentleman says they didn't do anything. They were just packing in the stuff. Their heads bump up together, and she was out on her driveway, and perhaps, as we say, that's what she saw, and thought they were back there doing some hanky panky stuff.
It's a very sad story. Very sad.
And it goes to show, you know, even if she had that in mind, it clearly wasn't presented right.
But can you imagine you're packing things in your trunk of your car and you bump your head into someone and someone else, your neighbor, have a completely different story to tell?
Yes.
That is sad.
It's very sad. And now has put him in a very bad position.
Oh boy. Ugly story. That sounds like number 45.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I hear you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
Oh, Lordy. 914-600-4228. What say you? Let me hear your thoughts. 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. Don't forget, I have an interview at 7:30. Welcome to Mail Zone. How are you?
Hi, Lady D.
Good
Jackie.
evening. Hey, Jack. What's doing? Any homework this evening?
Oh, lots of it.
All right.
I have midterm coming up soon. Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord. You'll
But
be
this
fine.
story here, no.
Mm-hmm.
You see how something so innocent can destroy friendships and relationships and marriages?
Mm-hmm.
All because we don't, sometimes, like the gentleman said, they really needed to mind her own business.
Mm-hmm.
And that just shows you, too, that he himself obviously does not know his own wife.
That tells
If he knew her and knew her character and knew that, you know, this friend of mine who I've had for so long, and moreover, my wife that I love and know, if you know these two people, you would know for yourself that nothing like that would have happened between them.
Yes.
I mean, even though, yes, things do happen, but if you know those two people that well,
Mm-hmm.
so obviously he doesn't know his wife, he doesn't know his friend. You know them, but you don't know them.
Yes, and that's very sad that he would
Because
just.
if you're going to believe the neighbor who just saw something innocent, something like that, similar to that happened to me. Just the same, bumped into someone uncomfortably, and it was innocent. I was falling back,
Yes.
and the man hand touched my bottom.
Okay.
But but I knew it was an innocent thing. I was falling back.
Mm-hmm.
But this woman should have really kept her mouth and see if she's a watchwoman, then see if something like this is going to happen another time.
Right.
Then you can have something to say. Then you can say that, okay, maybe something is going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got you.
So keep by your mouth. People need to keep by their mouth.
Yes. Thank you, my love. Good to hear you, Jack.
All right.
Okay, take it easy.
Yes.
Okay, bye. All righty. I have another caller. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Lady B.
Yes.
Yes, and my comment is that
Al Jam?
I kind of agree with you.
Al
Yes,
Jam, I think you. All right, I think you need to call me back. There's a little distortion in the line.
Okay.
All right.
How's it now?
Much better, thank you.
Better?
Yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
yes. My comment is that
If it sounds like they each don't really know each other as much as they think they know each other, in that the husband, as the caller said, should have kind of know the character of his friend and also the character of the wife. However, depending on the state of the relationship between the husband and the wife, if there's some kind of insecurity going on, where anything the husband might jump to conclusion, is another story. So it shows maybe the intensity of the relationship in the marriage. And number two, if the friend knew that his friend would have responded that way, he would have waited outside and don't enter the house to begin with. But he entered innocently, and unfortunately, a nosy neighbors saw that and took it out of context.
Yes.
But in his rage when he saw his friend, it gives me the feeling to say there must be some other issues going on where this insecurity is real high among the in the relationship.
I hear you. All right. Thanks for your input so much. Thank you. All right. I have someone else online. Blessings, Aljam. Thanks. Who else do I have on the line?
Good evening to you, madam. How are you doing?
All right. So we have two voices working with. I don't know who is first. So, all right. Go ahead. Let me see who will talk to me first.
All right, Lady D.
Yes.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yes, it's Chris Wilby.
Yes, Mas Chris Wilby. Me miss you. How you do?
Yeah, listening in and enjoying the show. Now, the topic at hand.
Chris, I think it's maybe on your end. There is a feedback. Yeah, Chris? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had to discontinue that. I do apologize to my other caller who was online. You may call me back, 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. Let me go to the line. Good evening. Welcome to Mail Zone.
You finished with Chris?
He had to hang up. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, me, as Jackie said, anybody didn't need to shut her mouth. You think to me that, number one, the friend is crazy, but the neighbor, me that give her fear, share the first one me they confront. Number two, the friend, if I'm the other guy who is feeling bad, I wouldn't feel bad. Because if you they gonna get out of rage, you don't know how to approach your friend, pull him one side, wait for another time, wait for the function over, and make a confrontation. If you they gonna come kick over table and kick over everything, me cut you off right there, so cut everything off.
I thought that was really something for him to be in such a rage.
Exactly. He could have pulled out a gun, pull out a machete and chop him up and kill him, and go for nothing and kill his friend for nothing.
Yes.
I hope the friend will listen. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You don't feel bad. Don't go back. Don't call. Don't go back at the house. Period. Because that friend is crazy. He's no friend. Because that's not how you treat a long, how many years friend.
Yes.
If you think your friend is doing something like that, time and place. Never deal with a matter when it's hot.
Thank you so much, Ryan. All righty. I believe Chris Wilby. Are you back with me?
Yes, lady.
Okay. Welcome. How you do, Chris Wilby? Wilby.
I am all right. Hopefully the connection is better this time.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm good. I'm doing all right. Just listening into the show and everything, and as the last caller said, that friend is really no friend. Because if my friend saw something like that happening and just approached me like that, then the friendship would have been over instantly. Whether I'm guilty or I'm not guilty, the friendship would have been over. You know what I mean? You don't approach your friends in that
kind
manner.
of aggressive
It means,
way.
therefore, first and foremost, you don't trust your wife. Because if it is something that is so innocent,
and the neighbor see something and say to you that, look, I see X and I see Y, you are going to take the word of the neighbor over your wife, who you should know,
Yes.
and your friend, who you should be close to. And if you're going to take the word of your nosy neighbor, you do not deserve to have either your friend nor your wife. You don't deserve any of them in your life.
Yes.
So I think that this guy, he didn't deal with it properly, and I can understand the friend feeling terrible and feeling bad. But I would advise the friend not to feel bad because you did nothing wrong.
Yes.
You know?
Thank
yeah,
you.
so just hold your head high and just move on and tell the man to go sit on one side somewhere.
After all. That's right, Chris Wilby. Thank you. Blessings. So good to hear you, Chris.
All right.
All righty. Take care.
Yeah, man. Take
All
it easy.
right.
All right.
Yes. Do I have another caller online?
Yes, Lady D.
My dear
Good
heart.
evening, Lady D.
My yam lady.
I was just, I came in and saying I'm going to call Lady D to ask her, where is Mr. Willoughby? I missed him.
Yes, Mr. Wilby have some matters
So
taken
welcome
care of.
to hear your voice, Mr. Wilby. And good evening, Lady D, and your guest.
Thank you, my
Quick
yam
and
lady.
short. Quick and short. How do you know that nosy neighbor don't have something else in common?
Okay.
Probably wants to break these couple life apart, and then he or she, I don't care who that nosy person is, and just come in, and there, and that's the way of doing it.
Oh, okay. So that's another angle that you're presenting
So, nosy. Leave people business alone. Have a good night, Lady T.
Thank you,
I'll
my
speak
young
to you
lady.
then.
All right. Take care. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you something. Sometimes, they say seeing isn't always believing. And all your comments, I receive them. I still have some time, 20 minutes after 7. At 7:30 is my interview coming up. If you'd like to call, please do so. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. Don't forget, this is my segment, Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. The subject line this evening, I did not kiss his wife. Here you have a man who are good friends with a couple. They've known each other for a very long time. And it so happens he went by the house. Long story short, he and his friend's wife were packing some meals into the car trunk. And while doing so, and that has happened, you did never lick up your head with nobody before. I don't know, these people just get on my nerves. Good evening, welcome. How are you? Welcome to Mail Zone.
Good evening, Lady D.
Yes, my Gloria.
Yes. I am saying, if the friend was going to kiss his wife, remember they were in the house.
Right.
And he knows, so the husband really doesn't trust his wife. They were in the house. So they wouldn't come out and do something in the yard. They would do it in private place because they were left in the house. So he should look through that and said, something doesn't sit right there. And he doesn't have any behavior either. They were in the house. They don't have to come out and advertise if they were going to do that.
Right. They had a whole hour inside the house.
They were in the house. So that would be done. And,
nobody would know, pretty much.
Nobody would know except God and both of them. So the husband, something not really, he doesn't really know his wife.
Quite possibly.
Caller said.
Yes, and quite possibly too, even if it's not true, but just thinking that he knows his friend and his friend, they're close, you know, in a moment of,
You don't handle it that way.
you don't handle it that way, but
behavior is bad.
some people's response time is not the same. You know, some people's response time is different. We react differently, and so it's very unfortunate. But thank you, Gloria, my love. Good to hear you.
You're welcome.
All righty, take
Okay.
care.
Bye-bye.
Do I have another caller online?
Yes, good evening, Lady B.
Well, hello there,
Yes,
my
yes.
my dear Hortons. What's up?
Yes, you say that nosy neighbor, she must go find something in her house you do, go wash her dirty clothes. She too far to interfere in people's business. Two people sorry buck up a kiss. If the man did want to kiss the woman, and a kiss him flying at the house. And the man is a baboon too. Him a go and turn over table, turn over this, turn over
That's what the
everything.
friend. That's
and
what.
out to kill the man.
Right. That's what
Out to
his
kill
friend
the
was
man.
saying. I mean, everybody was so shocked. The others had to jump in to try and get him off him.
Push him down.
Oh Lord.
Yes. And then now, the woman see, the nosy neighbor, he look like he want there with the woman husband. I want him want the woman husband. Oh, parasite.
Oh dear. All right, Hortense, calm down your heart. Thank you. All right, lovey. I have another caller on the line.
Yes.
Good evening.
I have to say that neighbor have a motive.
The neighbor has a motive.
Yes, I think she want to take over that husband.
Oh dear. Well,
exactly.
I think that's the motive for her report.
Hmm.
Yeah, she want to take away that man.
Oh dear. Well,
I may be wrong.
So far,
I may
all.
be wrong, but it's pardon?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying I may be wrong, but I think that's the motive.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Thank
All
you
right,
both.
so-
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for participating. As the gentleman says when in his opening paragraph, he says that, he has been listening and he finds that the program has been engaging and he has an issue and wanted to just share it. And I know he's listening. So far, we've been doing this, 3 weeks? And I've gotten response in the email from those who had shared their story with us. Some of them walked away the first week with the one who had said that what was it again with her husband? That her husband has a friend. Remember that one? She said at one point she felt like everybody was just beating her at one time. Oh Lord, I had to laugh. But anyway, I'm so pleased that you're all participating in this segment. We do have real life situations that happens to us, or things that we have contributed to other people's lives as well. Never leave yourself out, And so I'm hoping that next week we will have something to pop out again and hear what your thoughts are, because we are like the Lovelorn. Anybody remember what was her name again? Lovelorn with oh Jesus, I have a senior moment. What was the name of the person who had the Lovelorn in the Star, I think it was? Mm-hmm. So good evening, everyone. 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. That's my name. It's on my birth certificate. Or rather, my birth certificate. It's on my birth certificate. And did I tell you I love my name? Each time I say that, I do. Looking forward to my featured artist this evening. Ryan Testify Davis. Where did this testify thing come from? He's gonna tell us.
Two sparks united, we're a fire burning bright.
For the truth
deep inside we share a feeling that's so rare, so sweet, just knowing that we are a special pair.
Right on time, we're two of a kind, and heaven knows this love will grow stronger every day. Perfect combination, love plus you and me. Perfect combination, we couldn't ask for any better. Perfect combination.
It is indeed a beautiful Thursday right here on the show, Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez, and I believe I have my 876 caller online. Good evening, Ryan Testify Davis.
Good evening, Lady D. How you doing?
Good, Ryan. How is it in Jamaica, Yard, the Rock, land of wood and water? How is it going down there?
It is, it's going.
You know
going,
what?
you know.
Oh,
We have a lot of COVID, and that's kind of are trending right now, COVID cases. So, it's a little steep now, but that is good.
I believe you, Master. So welcome, Ryan, to Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez, right here on Linkage Radio in New York.
Thanks for having me, and big up all the listeners on Linkage Radio.
Yes.
Right now.
Thank you, Ryan. And yesterday you mentioned something extra special happening today. So don't say a word, Ryan. Don't say anything, because this is how I want to start it off with you, okay?
Okay, no problem.
And you know why, Ryan? Are you listening?
Yes, I appreciate that so much. We're celebrating all the way.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my featured artist, Ryan Testify Davis. It's Ryan's birthday today.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it's your birthday, Ryan. So I just wanted to do something special for you, even 2 minutes.
And I appreciate that so much.
Yes.
Just cut it off nicely.
Let's all celebrate and have a good
Alrighty, so happy birthday, Ryan. I hope you have been spending it well all day. I know you can't go out and do like you usually do, because a lot going on with the COVID and stuff. But happy birthday to you.
But we do our best to try and keep the spirit alive.
Of course.
And yeah.
And it has been going pretty okay, right? So far.
Yeah, man. So far it's going good. We've got and glory for that. The fact that I am even here, to celebrate another one is a blessing.
It's a blessing for you. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me, Ryan. Say hello to my audience here at Linkage Radio, on Touch FM Radio, on signradio.net, on CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. All over, people are listening to you.
Wow, it's a lot of radio this evening.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. How do you do to you?
Hello.
Straight from Jamaica.
Straight from Jamaica, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, born Ryan Ralston Davis on the 9th of September to parents Edgar and Sylvina Davis. Ryan is a humble servant of God and a gifted Jamaican gospel artist. And I will not go through all of that, but once again, Ryan, happy birthday. You're spending it here with me and my guests, and I wish you many more years to come.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I know we will have.
Yes. So, Ryan, The diaspora here in our Jamaican diaspora, we have a great connection, with our artists in Jamaica. And I can tell you something that I've heard of you before. I've heard of you. I've heard your songs being played, especially on Love 101, because I love to listen to them on a Saturday morning. And I've heard your songs, and I always say to myself, he sounds like a live wire, one of those little, people that just move around a lot and just full of life. Is that true?
100%.
I'm 100%.
Yeah, yes. I try to, just light wherever I am placed, wherever I am, I try to get that positive energy, that godly vibe going,
Yes.
So definitely 100%. Live wire, I like the way you put it.
Yes, you're
I
like a live
will
wire.
feel that for the future. I will tell people, listen, man, I am the live wire.
And you just send the royalties over here.
No problem.
Okay. All right, let's start talking, Ryan. Your childhood, was it exciting in Mount Industry? Where on earth is Mount Industry in Jamaica?
It's unheard.
I hear that.
All right. Yeah, so I am from St. Catherine, so that's one of the closer parish to Kingston. But it's in the northeast section, so it's over in the mountains. So it's basically I'm a country boy.
Okay.
So I was brought up in the country. So growing in the country, it's gonna be exciting, because even before the phones and the games and all of that stuff, we're always outside, we're always going to Mango Bush, doing a lot of life fulfilling stuff. So growing up, it was nice. My family is a middle class family, so I never really wanted for much.
Yes.
That has always been a part of my home, so I grew up into a godly home, and I thank God for that, because maybe I would be doing something else right now rather than spreading the gospel. So I thank the Lord that I was brought up into a home that teach me about Christ and the Bible and all of that stuff from before. Yeah, and basically that's my upbringing. I have 7 siblings, so it's a lot of picking in the yard and stuff. So
yes,
and that even make it more fun, So it was good.
It was good.
I'm not sure.
And your parents obviously did an excellent job with you guys. Tell us a little about your parents.
All right. So as I told you before, they are godly people. Mrs. Sylvina Davis. Sadly, my father passed June of this year.
Okay.
So but he's also a godly person, a hard worker, and they lead by example.
Yes.
So I would never, whatever disagreement my mother and father have, I would never see, it's out in the public. They are arguing and stuff. So and I try to take things from even that, So the example that they set, my father is a hard worker, always trying to provide for his family. My mother tried to keep the family together and stuff. So I learned from them. So they set some nice example, and I give God thanks for that.
Wonderful. And while you're talking, I know my audience, they're curious to get a taste of who you are, what you do. So stay online with me. My first selection from Ryan Testify Davis, Live Wire. Ha! We dropped that in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. If you're just joining us, it's a good day, and I'm here with Ryan to take it away on a Thursday.
Hey man, at the day of judgment, we all have to give an account for our own life. So if you end up guy, you can't blame your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your wife. I just you never live right. You understand? It's hard for a man to work from 9 to 5 and can't find a penny for spend. It's hard for your granny live to 95, and a gunman bring her life to an end. It's hard for them lock you in a prison so long, and in your heart you know you're well innocent. It's hard for them have you wanna joke out your eye and you can't do nothing cause you wanna go heaven, yeah. It's hard for your brother resist fornication when the world is surrounded by women. It's hard, this life is so hard, but we have to pull through to the end. That's why I tell you, brother, blame it on yourself. If the Lord appear on your soul gone to hell, blame it on yourself. It's nobody fault but yours. If you don't reach heaven, me go so blame it on yourself. If the Lord appear on your soul not well, you just blame it on yourself. It's no one's fault but yours, yeah. Me know say you know too much romancing, so why you can't leave the rum bar? Me know say you know say we not fi kill, so why the girl is you and you take your gun go down her? Me know say you know say we not fi steal, so why you grab the lady bag and run off, yeah. Me know say you know we not fi panicky, so tell me why you can't sleep with a Mars. Me know say you know we no fi have none of God, so tell me why you praise a dead man for so long. Me know say you know we no fi have no idol, so tell me why you are refusing banal. Adultery no right, me know you got your wife, so tell me now why you are banal. That's why me tell you, brother, blame it on yourself. If the Lord appear on your soul gone to hell, you just blame it on yourself. It's nobody fault but yours. If you don't reach heaven, me tell you blame it on yourself. If the Lord appear on your soul not well, you just blame it on yourself.
Blame it on yourself. Tell me a little bit about this one, Ryan. Love it, love it.
To God for the glory. So this song is probably, it's not a song that I perform a lot, but it's like one of my favorites because the message, I mean, we are living in a world right now that we're sure, if we're never sure before, we're sure that God is coming right now. And we know that it's soon. So basically this song is saying, whenever that time comes, if you find that you're not right with God, don't blame nobody but yourself. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot going on in the world, but we still have to be focused and know that this is about us and God, an individual thing. So don't watch what happens in the world. Just focus, give God Him glory, so when the time comes, you Chris.
That's right. The voice of Ryan Davis, aka Testify Live Wire. So, Ryan.
I'm gonna be using that. Live wire from tonight. It's a birthday gift.
It's a birthday gift. Right. All right. So I know. Let's talk. You started singing at 14 with a group. What's the name of the group, and how long did you were you in business for?
Okay, so this is a group from my church. The name of the group was Redeemed Brothers. It's basically a group of us that were baptized around the same time. So we started hanging out outside of church, and since then, we perform, and our pastor was so supportive as well. So that was the foundation for me. However, because we are from the country, and a lot of things in the country is kind of slow. So to get ahead as a young person, you probably have to go to the more urban part of the country, which is Kingston. So most of the members from the group, including myself, would have left. So based on that, we were together for about 3 years, 4 years, about all my teenage years until I went to college. And then and pursue. That's where the group fell apart.
Where fell apart. Yes, I understand. You started to pursue your own dreams and so on.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Because the country never offered that for us up there. We have a lot of mango and cane, but no opportunity.
Yes, got you. All right, so you entered the JCDC song competition. Tell us how you did, what happened there.
Okay, well, that in itself is an experience because for me, I was probably the first what you call reggae dancehall artist to make it to the top 10. And that year it was just, as you said, a live wire catch that year. Because
Yes.
I did this song Testify, and I mean, the entire country was in love with the song. You know, it won the most popular vote that year, so we give God thanks for that. The experience in itself, though, was something I couldn't pay for, you know, because it was just, I mean, it introduced me to what is now the gospel industry that I am in. So maybe without that competition, I would take a longer while to, you know, put my foot in the industry. So it presents a vehicle for me to get in the music industry.
Got you. Stay with me. Ladies and gentlemen, what time is it? 7:45 p.m. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant and Universal Document Solution, Inc. You're now in the segment Artist Zone. My guest is Ryan Testify Davis Livewire. So says Lady D. And it has it has been going great so far. I just love how you're flowing with me, Ryan. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Say Satan nah no part for me. No. Coulda never make him walk for me. Oh, nah, nah. God have mercy.
This is the one I love.
Get Beanie Man, Movado and Bunty. Buju and Shabba, some of the best in the country. No a Ryan Davis, me see him a comfy. But I one thing me tell him say, oh me, you not get a boy, you go mad over me. Sit down and worry and mad over me. Till your head up, mash up and mad over me. You not get me so now. Me say you not get a boy, you go mad over me. Sit down and worry and mad over me. Till your head up, mash up and mad over me. You not get me so now. Me heart tear to me see him use cartel. Make him feel like him a turn the fire was cartel. Now them lock him up in a cell. And you want that for me, G, you not go on. The devil wrapped on me, leave make my heart swell. About demon, I put the 666 in my head. Panda part them I can't dwell. My soul much too precious for guy. You not get the boy, you go mad over me. Sit down and worry and mad over me. Till your head up, mash up and mad over me. You not get me so now. Me say you not get the boy, you go mad over me. Sit down and worry and mad over me. Till your head up, mash up and mad over me. Sure, yeah, me know. Him show me madman pan street and I say I saw me should have done. Burden down and dirty like some big truck full of sand. God said no, this a you tell me sugar pan. Bless me, make me sweet like me live in a boulevard. Go follow me go hell and me say you galang. Call me go with God, me nah go back and I cuss me go me shot.
Lord Ryan, can I tell you, the first time I heard this song, all I was singing is Mad Over Me. I hummed the other parts and I said Mad Over Me because I could not catch a word you were saying.
What?
All I knew is that it sounded good. I loved it. And over time now I start picking up a few.
Mash up and mad over me. You nah get me so now. Me say you nah get a boy, you go mad over me.
Love it, Ryan. So, how did this whole Mad Over Me thing? Yes, tell me a little about this one because it's one of my favorites of yours.
Okay, so this one now, you know, as I not well can't say as a female because I am not a female, but many females, you know, like you meet a gentleman, he's not your type, you're sure that you won't be doing anything with this person.
Right.
You never tell this person, say, you got mad over me because no matter what you say or what you do, it ain't going to happen.
Me not interested.
Basically, this song is saying, but it is directed to the enemy, you know.
Yes.
So, I mean, as a young man, I'm just totally sold out for God. You know, I'm excited about anything concerning God. So I'm just saying to the devil, come with where you come with, but it ain't going to happen. You got mad over me.
That's right.
You know, and I just give that thanks for you know, the love that this song has received right across the world. I mean, it's like an anthem for the young people now, and I give that thanks for that. You know, So everybody has to take time to listen. So yeah, go mad over we. And it a go on in a New York tonight, and we got thanks for that. The
Yes.
audience are go tell this table the same thing. Them are go mad over the whole of it tonight.
That's
I think
right.
it will.
Absolutely.
God have mercy. We are doing this from our heart of love, you know. So we don't want the artists feel like a condemnation, you know. That's why you use your talent for God. And use it make the devil mad. Him have a mad.
Lord, Ryan, you're talented. Did anybody tell you that? Ah. I'm sure you've been told.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I heard it that time or two.
A time or two. I love that. You're humbled in what you're doing, and I'm really hoping that you'll go places, Ryan, because what I like about artists like yourself is you speak your truth in the lyrics that you write, the composition of it, the arrangement, right, and how it's produced, because you're intentional. You want to send the message, but you know, if you were to send it in one of that nice little lovey-dovey softy kind of way, nobody would get it, right? So you come hard, and the moment we hear it, and it sits, it hit us, you know, and we're curious to find out, yeah, where is the genesis of this? Yeah, man. Nice. So, Testify. What happened here now? What about this Testify business?
Okay, so it's from the same competition that I was telling you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So the song was so popular that it's like, oh, you're calling me live wire now.
Mm-hmm.
People would see me on the street and say, testify, because that was the punch of the song. In the manner in that testify. So over a period of time, you know, it's like it's stuck. So people calling me testify, so I just say, yeah, well, just put it in the middle of the name. So Ryan testify, David.
Yes.
And just seal it like that. So it's from the song from the competition from JCDC.
And you see how I believe that everyone who gets the opportunity to do something that they love should capitalize on the stage that you're given, and you use that. That's what I believe, because if someone says, here you are, Ryan, I can give you 2 minutes here, don't worry about the fact that you're only given 2 minutes. It's a privilege. It's not a right. And so you use that 2 minutes, and I'm sure that's why you used the platform on the JCDC. And now you are a recognized recording artist in your country, across the world. Your song is all over the place. And it's not just one song, right? So I believe every opportunity an artist gets, he should welcome it, receive it, make use of it.
And give thanks.
And give thanks
as well.
Absolutely. Give thanks. So again, I believe that your career, it has now taken off like a kite. You are in demand. And tell me about the people behind you, in your team, in your camp.
Okay, so basically, it's always been me and my brother and I. Clement Davis, he's also a musician.
Okay.
So he has experience, like he was a musician for Grace Chillers and those foundation gospel members. So when I came in the music industry now, the gift that God gives me and the experience of my brother, then we just decided that we're gonna work together as a team.
Okay.
And to God be the glory, it worked, and we stick with that team over the years. And it's just been awesome so far. So we give God thanks. Along the way, there are a lot of persons who come along to strengthen us, to ensure that whatever we're doing is working and the support is given. And so I give God thanks for people like those as well. But the core team is definitely myself and my brother. So we do a lot of the production and we do the promoting and all of that stuff. So we got thanks. Right now, there's a group Eli, you know, Dexter and the guys who come on board now, and God send them at the right time to beef up the thing and ensure that we can get more work out faster, because it's always a challenge to, you know, when you're doing it independently to get the work out all you
That's
want
true.
it. So God bless me with these guys.
Yes.
And we give God thanks for them. So we welcome them as a part of the team as well. So now it's my brother, myself, and the entire Eli family. Elite, sorry, not Eli. Elite. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Well,
we give God thanks for that.
tell them to keep Livewire going for me, because he's going places.
Thank you so much.
I
And I like your spirit as well, and I like Linkage Radio, so I'm gonna be tuning into Linkage Radio. Linkage Radio.
That's
so,
right.
So no,
Thank
because
you.
I like the energy. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes, that is good.
That's what we do. God is good. I want to play another selection of yours, so stay with me.
Okay.
This one, Ryan.
Okay. Till now we're again.
Yes.
Till now we're again.
And I love instrumentals, you know, I can tell you that. I do.
That's good.
But still, I love Mad Over Me. So, tell me, what's the future? What are your futuristic plans, Ryan Davis?
Okay, so right now I am gearing up to complete my album, which everybody been asking for a while now. So by now in January that should be up and ready. So those who know me from before and I was looking for the album, you know, I'm just telling them now that by now in January that should be out. So that's one of the major focus right now. We're also doing some visual as well. Visual. So yeah, you can look out for that as well.
Okay.
As well as we will be going around. So you will see, chances are you will see Ryan Davis somewhere near you. Because we're still going around doing the work of the Lord.
That's right. And it's Ryan with a R-I-A-N.
Definitely.
Just so that they know. And we're winding down. Ryan, I have a quick fun segment. Are you ready?
Ready.
Alrighty. So I just need you to give me one word answers. If you give me two, I'm going to have to take back the live wire.
And we don't want to stop. So you,
right.
One word you will do.
One word. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Music is?
Life.
No matter what, I will?
Survive.
That's right. Mount Industry.
Cool.
Sure. Lord, up there cool for true, right?
Very cool.
Very cool. Alrighty. All right, and here is another one. When I sing, I feel?
Anointed.
Sure, Ryan. You got it down. And finally, Lady D.
Awesome.
Sure. I love that, Ryan. You did good, Ryan Davis. I so appreciate you joining me here on Artist Zone. And, you know, each second
so
Thursday,
much
of course, each second Thursday, I feature an artist, whether it's a secular artist or it's a gospel artist. You know, I mix it up a little bit, but I'm always featuring someone. And I must say a very special thanks to Nadine Blair of Love 101. I reached out to Nadine. I say, hey, somebody fell through. I had a previous arrangement. I need somebody. She said, young or old? I said, give me young. And she said, yeah. She asked me, she said, I know. She asked me, she said, you know of Ryan Davis? I said, yes, I know of him. I've listened to him on your station. And so she was able to just say, okay, let me reach out and see if he's available. And yes, he's available. So this is how we're going to wrap it up.
To God to the glory.
Oh God, we give you the glory, God. Lord have mercy. This happy the God where we do. Jesus Christ, bang God. Oh, yeah. There's no one in this world who can do what you do, mighty God. You're stronger than them. Oh, mighty God, you're stronger than them. Oh, there's no one in this world who reach the heights as you do, almighty God. You higher than them. Oh, mighty God, you higher than them. Oh, yeah. One thing me know from me band, I say God never fail me. Yeah, and that's why I'm me lagan. From me a little bit of baby. Yeah, I saw me go up on the mountain top and shout so the world can hear me.
This is how we're wrapping up my featured artist, Ryan Testify Livewire Davis. Live out of Jamaica, West Indies.
Stronger than them. Oh,
Keep doing what you're doing, Ryan.
stronger than them.
Thank you so much. And once again, thank you for having me tonight. It was a awesome time. God is good.
All right, take care. As we say, walk good.
Yeah, man.
All right, take it easy. All righty.
Oh, yes. I am the highest. Great and the greatest. We would have run out of measurement if we try to measure up your greatness. Some man say that them strong. When the very come them stand by your shake head. Jesus, you are my number one. That place no man can take it. There's
So let me do my quick shout outs to my YouTube family. I just saw my Auntie Madge popped in. Auntie Madge, you're late. You're late. Welcome, Auntie. Jackie, Ryan, Andrea. And I thought I saw AG there. I don't see her now. I see Chris and everybody else. Thank you for joining me this evening on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. It has been a great evening here on Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. I'm looking forward to being back on Monday with the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Thanks to my sponsors, Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Stop by, corner of Nereid and Wickham. They have their jerk center across the street. Go on over, purchase your jerk chicken and whatever else you want to buy and say, guess what, Lady D, send me. And you'll have a wonderful Thursday evening dinner. How about that? Thanks to X-Doll Powell of Universal Document Solution, Inc., 4225 Monticello Avenue in the Bronx. You have a problem with your birth certificate, your passport, correction of error, that's his thing. Call him 914-361-9466 or 914-384-4903. As I mentioned to you some time ago, when I was little, I used to walk boat a lot. And so they had to be calling us from the veranda, me and my sister, and sometimes my cousins. And when they finally find us, they said, dark yourself up. So guess what? It's about time for me to head home. Me a dark myself home. A lot of love and blessings to you, everyone. Thanks to everyone who participated, those of you who listened. Thanks to CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, Touch FM Radio 90.1, signradio.net. Yep. Thank you, everyone. As always, love yourselves, love your children, and don't forget, in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. A lot of love and blessings. Mwah. I'm out of here.
Satan, you can't prevail. You see my come with every plan and get me trying best to smite me. Satan, you can't prevail. 'Cause I am covered in the blood of Christ Almighty. Satan, you can't prevail. No. Satan, you can't prevail. Come on. Satan, you can't prevail. Oh no, Satan, you can't prevail. Not at all. Satan, you can't prevail. Tell him back way. Boy, you know say that you lose. You know say that you lose. You know say that you lose. Back way. You got to have people one salute. Have people one salute. Have people one salute. Back way. We got your head under me boot. Head under me boot. Head under me boot. Back way. Church make we crush him like fruit. Make we crush him like fruit. Make we hey. Nothing get confused with the rhythm when we use. Got the rhythm when we choose and the rhythm and blues. Get confused with the rhythm when we use. Got the rhythm when we choose and the gospel music. Gospel music.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. Best music for your listening pleasure.
I don't know what Julex I represent for Linkage Radio. 104.5 FM.